Greetings, fellow to the time and space. This is your host, Tomoya Shadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to some more Final Fantasy XIV Online. It's been about 7 days since I last uploaded a live stream for the channel, and I do apologize for the radio silence, but as I had said before, I was mostly focused on trying to get me some tombstone gear so I can go into the new raid. And as you can see, I have my hands on item level 570 gear. I'm still working on the rest of my stuff here, but we have just enough stuff to go into the raid now. We are at item level 565, that is the recommended item level to go into the Pandemonium raid. So for today, we shall be tackling the new raid, and that'll probably be it for today until I farm up some more gear. But you will see me doing regular occurring live streams of the raid to try and farm for new gear. So without further ado, let's get started right away with today's adventure and see what's in store for us. On see! We're not wasting any time. We have waited long enough. Oh, did I repair my gear? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. I know some people are probably like, but Yami, it's been about a week since the raid came out. Don't you think you should look at all the guides for it right now? Well, that is probably the good thing to do, but personally, since I'm new to this, I prefer going in blind and learning as we go along first, because that way, anyone else that's new gets a learning experience as well. I don't like going into things knowing what needs to be done right away. That's just boring to me. What on earth is that glamour? Ah, they're wearing the Nier Automata stuff. Oh, and they're a monk. I just realized this. And I see a friend has joined my area. Oh, no! Too late! Quickly! 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 I always give people I am friends with in this game hugs. I always do that. All right, now to see what this has in store for me. Asphodelos, the first circle, the world unsundered. I'll save them. I must. What? This appears to be one of the wardens we seek, but I am afraid he is in no state to answer questions. Perhaps you can bring him to his senses. I see a gunbreaker. Warder of the Condemned, Eric Thonios. Oh, it's just the boss fight. Okay. Oh! Home Loving Heat. Okay, I think I understand that mechanic. Well, that was pretty simple. Oh, I just got the helmet immediately. I didn't even get to choose any of the other stuff. That was a thrilling display, and if I may be so vaunting, the warriors are spun from ether fought even more splendidly than I had anticipated. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth, after all. We should wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a warder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us sight unseen. Yami, he stirs. What came over me? It is coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation, anger. I leapt at you, though I know naught of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies and my thanks. Had you not knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. I am Ericthanos, a warder of Asphodelos, Pandemonium's highest lair, and the place we're in now. One must wonder why you were so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandemonium? The creations interred within Asphodelos has been set free, and stalk its halls to no end but violence. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each level of Pandemonium is under the charge of a key ward, who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master La Habrea is absolute. Yes, something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury. Then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had overcome me was gone. I see, your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind, perhaps the self-same ones that saw you separate from the other warders. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. That you've come here from the surface must mean some word of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Horror among horrors. So Pandemonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual, or individuals that released his captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word of what has transpired here? What measures would they take? Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandemonium's ties to the outside world would be severed, or perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. As I thought, were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of La Habrea would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to say the others. I'll not leave them behind. You would go alone. I won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They will see the creatures return to their cells at all costs. And so I must do the same. Themis, I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please say not a word of this to the convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Ericthanos, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and we would be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. So for the time being, there is slightly more than resolve to rely upon. I knew you would be all too eager to join us. Each moment you since you fell from the skies have been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend, which goes some way toward encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. So you agree to help? For the moment our goals align. The protective magics of Pandemonium yet hold, so for the moment time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon the course you and Yami have set us upon. Themis said, Yami, yes? Thank you. The Warders owe you a great debt already. We shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a pair of 2. Now let us turn our attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates, in case any have followed you out. If I'm correct, I need direct hit. Not a sound can be heard from within, which means neither creature nor warder has made it this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Forgive me if I misunderstand, but do you mean to rescue the warders and creations both? Naturally. Although they may be dangerous, they're valuable research subjects. I wouldn't see our labor, our untold hours of study go to waste. I dare say La Habrea would smile to hear you say such a thing. That is, if we had cause to report this incident to him. Smile? I'm not sure his face is capable of such warmth. Ah, so you have met him before. I was under the impression you rarely visited Pandemonium. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility. That is to say, La Habrea's predecessor in the position of Chief Keyword. Her name was Athena, and she was a researcher with the words. 'Twas she who appointed me to this position, in fact. I see. I did not know there was a Chief Keyword before La Habrea. Your motivation to save your research subjects is not entirely driven by duty to the words, then. You wish also to preserve the work of your mentor. You've the right of it. I'm lacking in ideas of how to go about that, however. I'm a mere warder and cannot wield internment magics. Ah, but of course, I can hardly expect you to be versed in the magics we use here. If you recall, during our battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. Internment is a more refined and powerful magic based upon the same principles. While both are used to keep our subjects docile, only the keyword of each tier is permitted to use internment. Even if I were allowed, I lack the aptitude to use the spell to any notable effect. Fascinating. I have some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft, actually. La Habrea himself established their foundation, if I recall. While shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, internment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wills. Indeed, while the illusory beings you summoned in our fight suggested as much, I see your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of internment, and I've been lecturing you like a child all this time. I am afraid my knowledge ends there. I have not the precise understanding of how the invocations interact with natural laws that would be needed to cast said spells with any consistency. While I consider myself well versed in various magics, I would be ill-advised to assume the duties of keyword without instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of internment and its inner workings, perhaps... Well, you have a warder standing in front of you. Well, the solution is obvious when you put it like that. Erixanoris, you imply that what prevented you from performing internment was lack of magical capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Will the spell succeed then? I can't say for certain. I never heard of such a thing being done. I believe it may be our best recourse. That is, of course, assuming you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep and we would have to start over. You needn't worry about that. I've seen the spells cast so many times that their emotions have been burned into my memory. I won't disappoint. Very well, let us work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we could test out our methods on one of the escaped creatures, though I suppose there is the matter of finding one. It would be foolish to rush in blindly, lest we find ourselves surrounded with naught but an untested stratagem at our disposal. Nay, I would prefer to engage a single creature that Yami could dispatch on his own if the spell were to go awry. I agree, and I may have an idea in that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus wandering the waterways during my flight, and perhaps it's still there. Few of the subjects housed within Asphodelos are fond of water, and I believe we'll be able to engage the beast without fear of unwanted guests. Then that shall be our first target, or perhaps subject is a better term. Before we commence with the internment magics, the creature should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task. As dependable as ever. Once you have given it a thorough trouncing, we shall bind this hippocampus with the keyword's magic. Till then, my illusions shall fight by your side. The hippocampus will be alone, but it's a daunting opponent nonetheless. His magic warps the environment surrounding it, and it will be at home amidst the waterways. Steel yourself for a fight. Oh, second part already. Jesus. What is that? Lalafells! We got a Reaper and another Samurai. Pants. Chungus, chungus. Whoa! Ow. Oh, my life. Wait, its head came off? No, don't bring it to it! Don't bring it to work, mate, now! Oh no! No! Ow. Oh, goodbye. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I'm dead. I died again. Oh, I'm dead. I keep dying. No! Oh, goodbye. Okay, I didn't really like this one. Not with the whole water debuff and whatnot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and vote for the helmet, the body. Just vote on everything. They gave me the pants. Sorry, Chungus. I got your pants. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom. Jesus. Right now. Definitely right now. I knew that you were no mere mercenary, but to make such clean work of the hippocampus, seasoned fighters scarcely have occasion to visit Pandemonium, let alone display their skills. Mastery takes all forms indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection, in no small part thanks to you two. Demus's power was more than enough to complete the internment. Spellcasting was never my strong suit, but that almost made me feel like a proper Magos. Truly, having seen your abilities firsthand in your fight with Yami, I beg to disagree. Shackles is the one exception, and 'tis only because I've been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other magics leave me feeling completely out of my depth. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side to guide me to you. We may prove the impossible possible after all. While our success in sealing away the hippocampus is certainly heartening, the fact that we have yet to see any other warders concerns me. The key ward of Asphodelos is nothing if not cautious. Doubtless he has gathered what warders he could and retreated to a safe area. Let us hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the key words besides their magical prowess. Is there aught more you can share? Of course, a man named Hesperos is in charge of Asphodelos. Not only does he have the thorough knowledge of the creatures here, but he takes great pains to be a mentor to each of the warders under his charge. He has done much to assure that I flourished here in spite of my ineptitude at magic, and I have always known him to be the sort of man who faces difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, key wards are not only masters of internment, they can also bend the hallways of Pandemonium to their will with creation magics. With all this in mind, I am certain that so long as Hesperos guides them, the other warders are safe. I can see why absolute control over the environs is imperative. Had we faced the hippocampus upon arid sands instead of the waterways, I suspect the battle would have ended much more quickly. In any case, if this Hesperos is as capable and caring as you say, we would do well to seek him out as soon as we can. He has like as not taken your colleagues to a secure location. The safest place would be the innermost circle of Asphodelos. From there they could flee to Abyssos if hard-pressed. Even should they have sought safe haven within the other circles, if we make for the fourth, we often encounter them on the way. Indeed, and we shall gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation within Asphodelos, which will be essential in determining whether we ought to continue down to Abyssos. The rub, of course, is that I myself possess no power to bend the circles to my will. Instead, we must proceed through the central corridor, which was barred by the Phoenix? You mean Phoenix? Last I checked. Phoenix, I have heard the name before. A fiery bird with life eternal. Yep, they just spelled it differently. Beyond unquenchable brilliance, the perfected concept boasts nigh boundless restorative powers, if I recall. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Perfection is ever built on the back of failure, however, and La Habrea suffered countless missteps during his experiments. And he was hardly the only one. This Phoenix will be but one of many attempts at the concept gone awry. Aye, far from evoking wonder, our Phoenix is a creature of fury and wrath, and seeks only to turn the world to ash. Thus was it confined within Pandemonium. The development of the concept continued elsewhere, but as the moons turned, more and more researchers abandoned the project as an impossibility, save for La Habrea and his wards. When I received word that at long last La Habrea succeeded where so many others had failed, I was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how did the warders of Pandemonium celebrate their master's accomplishment? I don't believe we did. The research of the words of La Habrea has little consequence to our work here, save for those rare times it charges us with a new specimen. Truth be told, I don't remember anyone making note of the occasion. But enough reminiscing. We must make ready to confront the Phoenix. While it's possible that it flew off to some other wing of the Pandemonium, we will make assumption at our own peril. Better to assume that we'll need to bring Acidelis' most unruly subject to heel. I certainly see no reason to delay. The Phoenix's power over flame will avail it far less in a barren corridor than elsewhere, so it may well serve us to subdue it sooner rather than later. What? Oh shit, where's my water? I ended up going to fix me a cup of water and... Oh, sorry. Ah! It seems whoever is behind this can alter the space around us at will. We face an uphill battle. Impossible. If those were creation magics at work, then that means... Let us confront that reality after we conquer the enemy in front of us. Every drop of our focus should be required if we are... Say again? Alright! If we are to enter the Phoenix. Oh dear. We're probably gonna get some rain. Alright, third part. Now, there's obviously 5 parts to this because the 8-man raids are normally broken up into 5 parts every single time. So there's going to be 3 sets of 5. Unless they change things up. Oh, that's not a phoenix! That is a 3-headed, 4-winged bird. That is Devil Incarnate. Aw, the dancer chose the dragoon. What? Okay, that was way too fast for comfort. Oh jeez, the dancer already died! Aren't we supposed to just destroy these? Can we destroy them? Nope, we can't. Oh boy. And Twang and the Phoenix breathe fire! What? Kill the ad, kill the ad, kill the ad, kill the ad. Oh, there's more! Oh, joy! And I'm pressing Titan multiple times. Oh, that was a vulnerability debuff. no! Ow. I didn't see it say right. I thought it said left. Mental note, yeah. Oh no! Why? Oh, wait a minute. Aw, I can't hit it from here. Made me waste my fucking... Made me waste my Mechio shit. Oh, no. Oh, bastard! I hate that move. I really hate that move. It comes out so fast. The gamer inside of me was saying, "Get faster!" I'm like, "Bitch, this is not a Sonic the Hedgehog game." Again, we can't target these. I don't, what is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? I don't know what that was. I have no idea what that meant. No! This is probably my moment. I'm gonna die now. No! Goodbye. I hate it. I hate it. Oh no. I spawned in death. I don't know what this is. No! I hate it! I always get hit by a vulnerability debuff. I always get hit by a vulnerability debuff. I didn't even realize there was a Lalafell in this run. I got the helmet, so that means I got the headpiece already. Where do I even go to turn this stuff in? Probably Rajadan. With that, the Phoenix is shackled once more. However, there is yet the matter of this arena. As you've told us, there is but one person in Asphodelos with the ability and authority to wield such magics. Though fortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him. A contemptible display, as befits an inferior specimen. If so, I expected it would at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw the chains of internment drag the Phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is even more of a failure than its creators care to admit, or you are no mean trespassers. I had hoped our suspicions were misplaced, but alas. Look at this guy! Keyword Hesperos. Why? Why have you brought such chaos to your beloved Pandemonium? Pandemonium, pitiless, impenetrable, and utterly steadfast, unlike those charged with its keeping. What has possessed you? I don't understand. Oh, Ericthanos, must you pester me with these inane questions? Think for yourself. Surely you can muster a theory or two with that dim wit of yours. Then again, you have never been one for insight. Why Master La Habrea suffers your mediocrity, I shall never understand. You may look like him, but you're not the Hesperos I know. Something has warped you, too, from the inside out. The key word I knew, had compassion for all those under his charge, be they clad in robes or shackled in chains. Was that all a farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years? Those who are content to merely glimpse the water's surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. You prove my opinion of you with every word. My mind is clearer than it has ever been. Even now, seeing you feebly grasp for answers makes the bile rise in my throat. Such wasted potential, to be son to Master La Habrea, yet no more skilled with magic than a newborn babe. But of course, it's always about La Habrea. Silence! You are not worthy to utter his name. For once, be grateful to witness a feat beyond your meager abilities, beyond your shallow reckoning. I have slipped the surely bounds of mortality. I have become one with our mythic creations, and rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon the threshold of godhood. So, you went mad, and you gave yourself up to a monster. As a Hemathos shall I serve Master La Habrea, ever faithful unto the end of days. and he shall require no other. I think not. Are you so blinded by arrogance that you have lost sight of what it means to serve? Eryxanos is more capable than you could ever know. It's thanks to his instruction that I was able to master the art of internment, both how to wield it and how to break free of it. Yami, let us quit this place. Whatever poison has corrupted Hesperos' mind, it is plain his power far eclipses our own. We must have time to gather our strength. Weaklings though they may be, it takes a singular aptitude to master internment so quickly, to say nothing of how swiftly that familiar load the Phoenix. Regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing. Where they fritter away their strength in calming the beasts of Asphodelos, I continue my work. Even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain, naught shall await them but doom. I eagerly await your arrival, Eryxanos. Even dullards have their uses. My darkest suspicions have been realized. You faced the key ward of Asphodelos himself. More than that revelation, however, Eryxanos worries me. He loved Hesperos for his compassion, but received naught but scorn from whatever the key ward has become. He has said little since our return. I only hope that the shock of recent events does not prove to be a death knell for his resolve. Much as I am loath to disturb Eryxanos so soon after what just occurred, I am afraid circumstances do not afford us the luxury of time. Perhaps it will do him well to speak about recent events, concerning both the keyword and his father. Okay, let me check something right fast. We are in part 3. Alliance raids are the 24-man raids. So there's going to be 2 more parts. What I'm going to do, I'm going to break this up into 2 live streams. So we'll stop here for right now and pick this up again tomorrow. Or probably a little bit later, because right now I want to take me a bit of a breather. Hang on, how long have I been live streaming anyways? I started live streaming at 11:46, so I've been at this for at least about an hour. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take me a bit of a break, and then I'm going to come back to this again later and continue on from this point. So I'll end this live stream here by saying thank you all for watching, and as always, is your host, Tomoya saying hello, Z, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!